Hey everyone, it's me, Adam P. And I'm here to give you my reaction of episode 7. And I'm here to give you my reaction and review of episode 7 of Winners at War, another disappointment. First of all, I just have to say I hope everyone's doing well during these hard and trying times, and we're doing the best we can. So last week was crazy enough with Parvati and Sandra getting the boot, which was like, ouch, ow, a double whammy. So they go to the edge of extinction, and literally it is just the old school tribe and Natalie. Everyone's chilling there when they're all sitting there like, how'd this happen? How'd this happen? And unfortunately, Sandra made the decision, which seemed pretty quick, I don't know, that she was out. She was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sit here and starve myself and have just a little chance at coming back in the game, okay? I'm not doing it. Which, I don't know. Do you really want to end your Survivor career on that note? You just raise the flag and you're like, bye. So, I don't know. It's weird. And then she said, I'm still the queen. But I'm like, well, if Parvati gets back in and wins the game, I don't think you're the queen anymore. You'll still have your head on the Mount Rushmore of Survivor, though. That no one can take that from you, Sandra. Nobody can. So, that is disappointing. It is. But, I mean, the girl who always sits out, of course she's gonna dip out when things get super tough. Anyway, I'm not trying to trash Sandra. She's so good that she doesn't have to be good at competitions to win the game. That's how good she is. So then we go back to the crazy Soleil tribe, and Yul talks to Wendell being like, I just want to be honest with you, that was a little cray on how you were treating people, how you were like, I'll backstab any of y'all, and that he was trying to negotiate something. And then you see that Wendell's like, thank you for being honest with me. Okay, cool, we're cool. And then Michelle talks to him about it, and he apologizes at first, and then Michelle talks to him about it, and then Wendell starts to get all defensive and gets all rude, which it's a little, and so when I saw that, at first I was like, that's a little interesting on how your reactions are completely different between Michelle and Yul. And then King Yul said the exact thing I was thinking. I was like, his mind is so powerful. It's way too powerful. Like, I love listening to Yul. Oh. Like, Parvati and Yul are, like, my two favorite Survivor contestants probably of all time. And so when Parvati was out, I'm like, okay, King Yul, we have amazing... So I don't see him trying to go after Wendell super quick, because I think he likes making bonds quickly and staying to them. I was proven wrong, though. We will see. I don't know. Wendell's edit was very interesting today. Very interesting. They made him... The douchebag jumped with Wendell today. And I think that was on purpose, intentional. I think the show was really trying to make us root against Wendell and disappoint us. I think they were really trying to disappoint us today. We go to the edge of extinction, and this is probably my favorite moment of the whole episode, was Ethan and Parvati talking to each other, and Ethan being like, this is really, really hard, but Parvati giving him the pep talk and helping him his way through this, being like, you know, you've been through a lot, Ethan, you can do this. Parvati is a life coach outside the game, so it's really, it's natural for her to lift people up. So hopefully that helps her with jury votes when she wins her way back in the game. Knock on wood. And then we get a moment where everyone opens a clue all together, and it says, okay, there are 4 fire tokens somewhere up there. Ready, set, go. Go. Tyson found one, and then at first, they were like, yeah, no one else has found it. You know what? It sounds like, really? I didn't believe that. I really didn't, because I was like, there's no way. Come on, guys. I'm sure someone found him. And of course, Boston Rob found 3 out of the 4 fire tokens, which is cool, good for him, and he did a great job at lying. I don't know where the hell he hid those fire tokens while he was, dropping his shorts, showing everyone he doesn't have anything. Here's my little gripe. We had a whole segment where they had to climb up a hill and climb down a hill with a stack of wood, and they had to do that 20 times to get 1 fire token. And then here's Boston Rob going up there looking for tokens. Snack, snack, snack. 3, there, boom, done. It's like, what? However, that stack thing is like you earn it. Everyone has a chance of getting it. This is more, there's only 4 out there, go. So it's kind of crazy how Rob got 3. I kind of wanted Natalie to get her 5th one because when you get 5 tokens, you can buy yourself an advantage or a hint with the competition that you're going to play to get back in the game. We get back to the Cal tribe after Denise did that crazy move, and they're just sprinkling a little tension, just seasoning it. And you could tell from this segment, we need to reference it for later because Tony thinks, okay, cool, me, Jeremy, Kim, we're solid. And then Kim and Denise, you know, they go together and they're like, okay, you, Denise, Kim, Jeremy, we're solid. We're going to do it. So it's kind of like, what is going to be the truth? I'm kind of leaning towards Tony's going to be out because they're like, okay, he's a big threat. He's a really good at competitions. And Jeremy said, you know, even though Denise just did, you know, one of the most iconic blindside moves, we still think Tony is a bigger threat. Which is kind of, you keep saying that. I want Denise to stay, so. But I do enjoy Tony. Tony, his edit has literally just been him having fun. And then we get to the Yara tribe, which was honestly a very interesting segment too. Ben is kind of playing with Adam like, you got an idol? And then Adam's like, shut up, I don't have an idol. Like, he's like, quit annoying me. And it's just interesting to see their attitudes right now because I think they've been together in the game the entire time. And so they've been through all this BS together. And Ben and Adam have just 2 very different takes. I think Adam is just, I don't know, I think Adam's just sick of being constantly on the low. But you could be Parvati, okay? Parvati was always on the low. So this challenge was actually really interesting because it is fill this thing up, pour it in, get the puzzle, do the puzzle. And I actually remembered it immediately and thought of David versus Goliath because what a moment from that season where that tribe, I know Nick was on it and I think Mike was on it too. And they did absolutely horrible. It was cool to see Yara take that risk and go really slow and it being paid off. And then that whole competition, they were showing Wendell being a smart mouth, you know, saying little comments and, you know, and it was, you could tell that the show is trying to set you up into making Wendell the bad guy, kind of, the villain, I guess. They're making him kind of a villain. And it was super, super close. In a way, I was like, okay, when I was watching this competition, I was like, oh, but I hope Soleil wins. But then, again, I don't want Denise to go. And then I thought, well, I hope DeKel wins. But then again, I don't want Yul to go. And then I thought, no, you know what? It looks like Yul is in a good spot. When Soleil lost by like half a second, I really thought that it was going to be between Michelle and Wendell. I was like, okay, well, cool. Yul gets to be in the deciding factor with Nick. And Nick is really upset with Wendell. Cool, fine. All right. Then we get back to commercial. First of all, I thought Yul was going to be having a little bit of a harder time voting out Wendell. A little bit more. But instead, his first segment was like, okay, cool, let's vote out Wendell. And then I thought, well, okay, Yul is probably safe. You know, he's made these bonds. He hasn't rocked the boat too much. Wendell's like, okay, I'm voting Yul out. Let's vote out Yul. You're killing me. This show is killing me. Every single episode, I'm like, please don't vote out my fave. Please. There can be a coincidence that all these OGs have left. I think there is a reason. I think it's because they underestimate that these are winners. I think that's the thing. A good example would be that Yul just was like, I have a plan where we can vote out Wendell, and Wendell will give Michelle her tokens. And I was like, ooh, this would be cool. But then he was like, if we do this, I want a fire token out of this. And that rubbed people the wrong way. That really did, because they were like, oh, you look very fire token hungry right now. Like, it's pretty obvious, you know? If you show a little bit of power hungry, or are you showing that you are looking down on them or trying to play them even a little bit, they're not going to like it. Even though Wendell, yes, he said, and that's the thing, Wendell's like, I'm going to backstab everyone. And then he's been rude to Michelle. But still, what the biggest factor is that Yul is that queen, okay? And so I think that's the thing. They underestimated how well these winners are. Because, you know, Boston Rob was in Redemption Island with all those noobs. It was playing him like a fiddle, clock in, clock out, easy. But the whole show, he was doing so good. It looked like Yul was doing amazing. So when Wendell acting like this for 6 days straight, acting a fool, and still being there, and yet Yul just showing a little bit of power hungriness, gone. I was just expecting the worst, but hoping for the best. And the worst happened again. Yul. 3 votes, Yul. Get out. Bye. Even though Wendell's made it clear he's going to backstab anyone. However, maybe they value that Wendell is so transparent, I guess. Here's the other thing, too. Was it the right choice to send Yul out? I think so, yes, because he is amazing. I love Yul. He was always logical, charismatic, knew how to talk to people well, and he really thinks about the game logically. So, but that little slip up. Boston Rob, boom, Parv, out, Sandra, out, Yul, out. It's like, okay. Someone tweeted that Yul is the 8th straight Survivor contestant to be voted out pre-season 20. So, yeah. But I should have expected this more because I think the whole thesis is old school people, I think, underestimated new school people. The new school people, they smell BS. They know how to smell BS, you know? So that's why they keep going out. But Yul worked with new school people. That's the thing. He was working with you guys. Ugh. I'm still excited to see the season. There are still people I really like that are still in it. But to see my face be voted out pre-merge, it's like, my nightmare has come true. The worst thing I was expecting from Winners at War has come true. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out my thoughts on episode 7 of Survivor Winners at War. What'd you guys think of this episode? It's pretty unique, and we have the merge coming up next week, so that will be very exciting. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get all this pop culture tea from me, Adam P. And lastly, make sure you hit me up on my social media. And I will see you guys next time for Winners at War, episode 8, Merge.